All right, all you snowboarders of the internet, we're here, we're live, we're taking your questions. Today's the day. We're going to pull a winner from the boot. Someone's going to win a snowboard, and I'm feeling generous, so I put another snowboard up on the wheel. So for those of you that didn't enter any of the prize drawings, there's a chance that you can actually win that off the wheel. Also, there is new merchandise up on angrysnowboarderstore.com. The link is in the top of the chat. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, I turned on the personal shopper for all you guys too, so you can find that on Angry Snowboarder Store. There's actually a link in the description of this, so you can hire me if you need help getting your gear, unless you're a hand holder, because I've been getting some hand holder people, and they are the absolute worst. The worst. I mean, literally the worst. I actually refunded a guy because I was like, I can't help you. After 25 emails with the guy, he just wants to buy fucking top end, high end shit. Dude, you've been riding for 2 seasons. Like, fuck off. Go buy a $400 board. You'll be fine. Yeah. So, anyways, we got that. So, we're giving away 2 snowboards today. Got them right over there. So, brand new Rosinal Jigsaw from last year in the wrapper. 2-year-old Solomon Assassin. It is brand new. It is a 150. It does have the stickers still on the base of it. So, we'll be giving those away today, or at least one of them. One of them, at least, will be given away today. So, yeah, if you've been entered into any of the prize raffle drawings, as you can tell, got a ton of entries into that. So we're going to try to pick that. Also, we got some Slim Whitman voicemails coming up because everyone's favorite resident insane person still keeps calling me, which we will be opening up the angry line. Probably not today, but in the future, we'll be opening that up to you guys. So hopefully everyone's staying safe, staying sane. Hope you guys are enjoying the product reviews. You're going to get one a day pretty much till the end of the year. Right now, got a bunch of top 5 scheduled. Next week's top 5 is the top 5 all-mountain free ride board category. So we did all-mountain freestyle this week. So we'll do that. Anyways, for spins of the wheel, super chat, you're going to get that spin in there. We've got a bunch of those, so we're going to try to catch up on those. But if you got questions, get them in the chat box. I'm going to try to answer them. And as we go along, we're just going to dive into things a little bit further. So starting off with Cody Linden, I'll be at work during this, but spin that wheel or grab that acorn. Rest in peace to L. Kevin's Adventures. All right. We got Fruit Poop Loops. It's finally Thursday, which means he gets a spin of the wheel. Yes. Also, for those of you that don't want to watch this later, it will be on SoundCloud tomorrow. So just look for Angry Snowboarder on SoundCloud. You'll be able to find that. I've been uploading the audio from these live streams on there, as well as the audio from the reviews. So if you're not a video person, or if you're going board shop and you just want to do a quick listen, you can find it on SoundCloud, and it should be populating on other platforms, or it will be soon enough. So we got that going on for us. Yeah. So anyways, our boy here just won some small sticker packs. So you know the deal. Email me info@angrysnowboarder with your mailing address. I'll get that in the mail. Everyone's stuff has been sent out from the previous live streams, including the merchandise. Anyone that won like a t-shirt or a hoodie or anything like that. So yeah, we got Ahmed Ali, treat for Vernus. So there we go. Well, Ahmed, won yourself a medium sticker pack, sir. You know the drill. Email me info@angrysnowboarder with your mailing address in there, making sure that so I can send that in to you. Let's see. I think I just saw a question in there. Matt Tizola, has there always been an aardvark in the bottom corner of the thumbnail? On and off. On and off. It's for all those people that are out there aardvarking. We do have a good question from Ahmed Ali. Here's a question. Do you think the departure of Paul Maravets will have a big impact on Rome, especially when other brands are getting more creative with their new designs? So this board right back here behind the wheel on the wall is actually from Paul Maravet's new company, Cabin Mountain Tools. So that's the Peregrine, which I did a review of that. So he basically sold the company. He's doing this now. They've got a bunch of other designers in there. They're working on some stuff. The bigger story, I think, that no one's really talking about is that JG is not working for Burton anymore and designing their family tree line. He's actually been spotted riding ride snowboards, and supposedly he's working with Blauvelt on tweaking the Berserker or building him a new shape or something like that. So there's been like some industry mix-ups and stuff. This happens, and the big thing is just to see who ends up where, because there's usually guys that are like notoriously known for making really cool shapes and stuff. They end up with other companies, and you see their influence in the board lines going forward and whatnot. Realistically, like Rome right now, I think the big thing that Rome should really be worried about is they have a lot of overlap with their boards. And if they could just kind of cut some of that overlap, it would probably thin the herd. And then there wouldn't be like this, well, do I spend $40 more, $40 less for the board? It's like, no, this is your option. There you go, buy it, or that's it. You know, I think a lot of brands' lines are really bloated these days. So with that said, seeing people being shuffled around, not that big a deal. Unique shapes are out there. There's a lot of great ones, which actually I just filmed and edited the top 5 fun shapes for all mountain riding. So that list will be coming out, I think, first or second week of October. So that top 5 will be there. So we got that. We got letters with "Let's Party." That spin of the wheel. We got 63 you guys in here. When we hit about 100, I'll pull someone from the boot. Anyways, also just landed on Plug the Personal Shopper. So if you've got gear questions and I'm not answering them in the comments, or you need like more direct gear questions, you can always hop on angrysnowboarderstore.com. You can hire me as your personal shopper. I'll answer a bunch of your questions. I got a bunch of different tiers on there, from quick questions all the way to the hand holder tier. Please don't be a hand holder. You people are goddamn time vampires. It's the fucking worst. Okay, let's see. Where were we? Oh shit. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where were we? Okay, we got TT question. Old, always intermediate, looking to force myself to progress by buying a park board. At 260 pounds, will I overpower the Arbor Westmark rocker? Yes. And if so, is there a park deck that can handle fat guys? So 260, you're a big boy. So what I would recommend is you buy something that's a little stiffer, but in a smaller size. That'll kind of compensate, so it'll still have some flex to it. But with that said, there are options for you. So if you're looking at Arbor and you want something a little bit stiffer for park, you could probably do a Wasteland or even an Element. But I would do the camber over the rocker for that. But let's see what else. Well, I take that back too. Also, the K2 Broadcast would be a really good one. That one really comes to mind as another one. The Ride Burnout is on there. You could do the Jones Ultra Mountain Twin, but you're paying for a premium with that. Probably not the most ideal. If you go over and look at some of the Mervin stuff, there are decks that really stand out in that category for it. Like, I don't think the Headspace would be the right one, but maybe like a TRS or a Rider's Choice C3 would be another good option for you. Let's see what else is out there. To an extent, I guess you could do the Solomon Assassin Pro, not the regular Assassin, but the Assassin Pro. But once again, you're paying for a premium with that just to have a stiffer board. The Rome Mod Stale is another good one that would work for you. You could probably even get away with a Party Mod. It might be a little bit looser in the tip and the tail, but yeah. So, all right. We got Vanessa Vargas wanting a spin straight out of New Mexico. Small sticker pack. All right, let's see. Okay, Story 3333. You ever get on the Party Mod yet? No, they still haven't sent me one. The new 2022 is the same as the 2021, except the graphics. Yeah, nothing changed. All they did was they added that graphic with Justin Caffiero headbanging on it. So, yeah. Brian Moore, you doing any career reviews? Where you been, man? There's a Cafe Racer. There's a Transition Finder, an Auto. and a dart. There's already 4 of those up, and I know I'm supposed to get more like next month. So we got that going on. Let's see. Yellow backpack guy. Spin for Slim. Whew. Slimothy Whitman's been on one lately. Oh, small sticker pack. You know the drill. Email me info@angrysnowboarder.com and I'll get that in the mail to you. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, we got J-Rez just in and out in between meetings, eat cookies and spray skiers and pissed off hard booters. Always spray pissed off hard booters. Fuck those people. They're closet skiers. It's a true story. They're closet skiers. And remember to pray to the altar of snowboarding. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a question if we got anything floating around here. Matt Zola, camping around the Dillon Reservoir this weekend, and my fiance wants to check out some shops for boot sports. Does Underground or Gravity have much new stock for women? Stuff's like shipping late. I know Underground doesn't have a ton of stuff. I don't even know if Gravity's open right now. Like they might be closed for the season, or else they're just opening on weekends. It's going to be hit or miss, but you got a ton of other shops. Like you got Christie's, you got Sun and Ski, you got Mountain Sports Outlet, you got Epic Mountain Sports. Basically, you could do the whole tour of the lake if you really wanted to, and just go from one town to the other and hit up any shop after that. So, yeah, I don't know. It's stuff's shipping like really weird right now. So let's see. Okay, Hamster Cool Bean with the big hamster wants the spin. Remember to subscribe, people. Remember to subscribe. All right. Ernest, feeling lucky today or not? Let us see. Well, let's go for it. God, I feel sorry for anyone listening to this on SoundCloud. And you get to plug the personal shopper. You need advice? I'll give it to you. Head on over to angrysnowboarderstore.com and we got you. Okay. Dan Holland, thoughts on the new K2 special effects? Just a cool bean, thanks. It's not just a cool bean. It's a completely different board. So if one, you got 3D shaping in the nose, so that pointy shape actually creates a hull, so it helps funnel out that snow to the sides. So you do have that going on. Also, it's torsionally softer. It's probably closer in terms of torsional flex to like a Niseko Simple Pleasures than it ever was a cool bean. Like it's the progression of the cool bean, but it's not as rigid torsionally. You can actually really twist the board a lot easier, which makes it a little quicker to engage when you're on a groomer. And then that 3D shaping obviously does help with powder float. There is a review of that coming. I just haven't scheduled it yet. So keep an eye out for those premieres that I'm doing with all the reviews. You'll be able to see those. So the special effect will be in there. JE, do you think Copper will require parking reservations this year? Judging by the fact that they're selling parking passes to anyone right now, and I bought one so I can park slopeside, I don't think so, except maybe holiday weekends, but I'm really not thinking that they're going to require parking reservations this year. It actually doesn't look like anyone in Summit County is going to do like the reservation thing per se, like how it was last year. I know like A-Basin, you're going to have to buy your tickets ahead of time online. But other than that, I think we're like past the reservation system. So, but let's give you a spin of the wheel, sir. Spin again. Small sticker pack for you, JE. You know what to do. Shoot me an email, info@angrysnowboarder.com, and I'll get that in the mail for you. We got Son Cow. Can't wait for the season to come. Me either, bud. It's coming. Let's give me that spin. Ooh, next on Super Chat gets a spin. Let's find a question here. Let's see. Trying to find a good question here. So we'll go with Steven. Hey, Angry, looking for bindings for my Cruoid transition finder. Flex XF or now Pilot Drive. Here's the thing. Ask yourself if you want skate tech in there. It's not for everyone because you do have that like slight rocker from side to side in the binding, you know, so from toe edge to heel edge. In there, personally, with the transition finder, I wouldn't put the pilot or the drive on there. I would do the Now Select Pro instead. It kind of is that middle ground and would match that better. Otherwise, that Flux XF will work on that. So I think you couldn't really go wrong with the Now Select Pro or the XF. I think the drive would be overkill and the pilot would be just a little underpowering for it. But let's give you a spin of the wheel, Steven. And remember to eat your muscle cheese. Eat your muscle cheese, everybody. Okay. We got Jay Ellis just looking for a spin here. We're going to give him a spin. Woo, next on Super Chat gets a spin. Let's see what we got down here. Okay. This is actually a really easy one. So it comes from Jay Weiland one. I know you've been asked many times, but where did you get the Peg snowboard wall hangers? I made them. So those are really easy to make. So I got a 1x4 or 1x2 or whatever the heck. I think it's like a 1x4 is what I got on it. Just a huge section of it. And I put a Sedona red stain on it. Measured it out. I think it's like 27.5 or 28. And then drilled a hole straight through. And I had taken a dowel that I'd also stained and cut them up in 2-inch sections and pushed them in. And basically you center screw the board, and then you put wood glue on the pegs and twist it in until they dry. And then you just take the board from the middle and push it down and it hangs in there. They turned out really well. I think all said and done with the stain and everything, I think I spent like $30 to make them. And I made 12 out of the board that I had. So they're really easy to make. Most people, if you're handy, you can get it done. I actually just gave one to my neighbor and he's just like, dude, this is great. I can just come in and like hang my board up on the wall. So anyways, easy question to answer. So I'll just give you a spin of that wheel. Oof. Next on Super Chat gets a spin of the wheel. So let's take that and Drew Vitale, can you elaborate on why you think the Atlas is too much binding for the Mega Merc? Yeah, it's stiffer than it should be for that board. It's going to overpower it. Stiffer high back, stiffer base plate on it. The Strata is a better fit if you're going to ride it for all mountain freestyle. It matches the flex on that board better. I'd say the Force, but the Force is a shitty binding, so fuck that thing. The Atlas, because they revamped it, fits better on the Black Snowboard of Death. It does not fit on the Mega Merc. But everyone wants to fucking argue with me about that, it seems, today. And it's like, suck a fart out of my goddamn ass. Have you ridden this board? No? Then fuck off. I have. I know what I'm talking about when I say that. So there you go. Let's give you a spin of the wheel. All right. There you go. You won yourself a medium sticker pack. You know the drill. Email me info@angrysnowboarder. And we just went over 100 people. So I'm going to give you guys a Slim Whitman voicemail because, let's see. Where were we? Good old Slimothy Whitman. Okay. Ooh, this is a fresh one today at 1:40 p.m. Oh, it's a long one.
Yes, hi. This message is for Avran, LeFeber, Avran. If you get this message, I hope you get this message. I hope they direct this message to you. This is Slim. Avran, Slim. And okay, it's down for a nap right now, so I have to be a little quiet. I have something I need to announce. I need to tell you this. I need to tell you this. I have made myself an Instagram.
Oh, Slim's got Instagram.
Instagram, yes, Instagram. And it's lovely. And I'm following you. I'm only following you and Lee Canyon, the resort I ride the most, and that I know someday you'll come meet me there, and I can't wait. And I follow you, and I follow Lee Canyon, but that's it. I'm not following anyone else. I want you to follow me, Avran. I need you to follow me. I am the real Slim. Yeah.
Will the real Slim Whitman please stand up? Well, that's creepy. Slim Whitman has an Instagram. Real creepy on there. Fuck that guy. It's crazy. Freaking batshit insane. Oh, well. I will be opening the angry line back up to all you guys in the future as well, so that you guys can call in, leave voicemails. We'll play them on the live stream. Or I'll just do like a video where I'm just answering voicemails from everyone, and then I can just rip the audio and put that up on SoundCloud and stuff for everyone else to listen to. So that is coming. That's just another way you guys can interact. We can keep the community going. I am working on a Discord server. Once I figure out how the fuck that shit works, I don't know. I'm like a boomer over there. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like Discord? I don't know. Anyways, okay, we got a super chat from Damien Kyle. Pick me a state to shred this February: Utah, Washington, or Colorado. Go to Washington. Less crowded. And we're going to plug that personal shopper. You need advice, I'm going to give it to you. You can pay me to do that. Swing on over to angrysnowboarderstore.com. Also, there's new merchandise on the store. This stuff is up for a limited run. We did the Praying Hands Spray Skiers Season Pass. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, the spray skiers, that. The creepy free snowboard van is also up there, and the Van Angry logo, the flying Van Angry logo. So there's a bunch of that stuff up there, and there'll be some more limited drops coming in future months. Right now, I'm working on some more logos and stuff for you guys. So if that's something you're interested in, swing over and check it out if you're looking to support in other ways. Okay, we got another super chat from Letters. What's the best boot? The best boot is the one that fits your foot and fits your needs. Everyone take a drink. And remember to smash that like button. Also, in the future, we got the Angry Day of Giving, or whatever it was that we called it last year, where we gave away like 4 snowboards. So we got that coming up in the future. So we'll be giving away a bunch more snowboards. So, yeah. Let's see. Free Poop Loops. Long live Slim Whitman. Stop encouraging him. He's literally the worst. He's literally the worst. Reverse spin again. Oh, well, we'll just add a medium to your small sticker pack. God, you're getting a nice collection. I think I had to send out like 3 jumbos to you last week. So, getting all the stickers. Okay. Let's see. Alexi Somic. Hey, Avran, can you please explain what happens when your bindings are too stiff for the board? I have my Yes the Y, and I just got a War Pig. I bought Cartel X to pair with these boards to carve tree runs. The Cartel X isn't going to overpower either of those boards. I mean, it's a little stiffer, but it won't completely overpower them. But what's going on is you're basically overdriving that board, so your torsional twist and how it flexes on the top of that board is just so it's a precision level that you're just like, oh my God, this is really... It's a really quick precision level, and it also doesn't give you like that lateral play in there from time to time, depending on the binding, but you end up losing some of that lateral play, which would give you more flex, like if you're pressing, jibbing, buttering around, stuff like that in there. You ideally want to kind of match your binding to your boot, to your board. Like that's really it. And personal preference does take over. I mean, I ride a super stiff boot, and then I ride a medium flex or softer binding because that's just the way I like things. And then I ride like a medium flex board. But what you're doing when you've got a stiffer board is it's overpowering. So your demand, like you're basically, when you crank it from edge to edge, you're just twisting the board more than it needs to. So it ends up becoming a little hooky. You see it with people that don't have a good ability level. Like they think they're better than they are. So they buy a higher end piece of equipment to ride. And then you watch and they're just hooking their board up because they're over twisting it when they steer and stuff, and they just don't have the muscle memory or the ability and the capability to ride it. So it's kind of what's going on there. All right. Dan Kelly, would cartels work on the 2022 party platter and ride algorithm? Hell yeah, dude. That's solid right there. You're good to go. Go rip it. Let's see. Siobhan Leonard, do you know what the Rude Girls K2 board is going to be? I can't think of the name of it. It's essentially the women's. It's not. Is it the Cold Shoulder? I think. If it's not the Cold Shoulder, it's the other one that's similar to that. I can't think of what it is. When in doubt, hit up Melissa Rattano or Kelsey Boyer on Instagram. and ask them, because they do ride for the Women's Alliance for K2, they would probably know. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. Michael Kulik, Avran, do you think the new Nitro Team Pro has a place or too much overlap with the Pantera? It has nothing to do with the Pantera. It's just a beefier twin. That's all it is. It's going to have just more snap to it, and it's going to take more flex to drive it. That's all it is. It's essentially just a team that's a little stiffer. It's not anywhere near a Pantera level. If anything, it's probably closer to being a twin Supra team. Okay. GJ Livingston, pray for the Ice Coast, spin for Slim. Why do we always have to spin for Slim? He's not our Lord and Savior. You win nothing, just like Slim. Okay. Kurt Nagahori. I guess the War Orca is now obsolete since War Pigs and Orcas are old news. What is the next angry custom board you can offer the people of the internet? Oh, the War Orca hasn't disappeared. Don't think the War Orca has disappeared. It's still there. It's lurking in the shadows. When everyone thinks it's obsolete and no one's going to want it, it's going to come out of nowhere. And you guys are going to be like, what the fuck is this? I need to buy 10. And then I'm going to become rich and I'm going to buy a house and then I'm going to retire. It's going to be great. But yeah, no. There will be it's coming in the future. I'm going to put a custom Angry Snowboarder Marhar Lumberjack. It's one of two. I'm going to be giving one away and I'm going to be selling one on angrysnowboarderstore.com. But it's going to have a high jacked price because it's 1 of 2, and I just want to make some fucking money. So, because someone will probably buy it, or they won't. And if they don't buy it, I'll just give it away on here at a later date. So, yeah. Anyways, let's give you a spin, Kurt. Pray to the altar of snowboarding. All right, we're going to take 2 more questions, regular questions. Then I'm going to pull a winner out of the boot because we got over 100 of you guys in here. So let's see what we got here. All right. Raul Menon. Yo, Angry, what do you think of the new Pure Pop version of the Burton Instigator? Comparing that versus the Capita Outer Space Living for my first board. I've ridden 6 to 7 times and I'm comfortable on turns. I think adding Pure Pop to the Instigator is a smart move because it's going to give that just a little more spring and reactiveness in its stuff. Overall, though, I would still say the Outer Space Living will be a better board. It's just going to be a better board. I mean, it's essentially like the little brother to the Mercury. So it's the little brother to the Mega Mercury, which is just an amazing board. The Mercury is an amazing board. The Outer Space Living is an underrated gem. You've been riding 6, 7 times. You're comfortable on turns, so you're skidding them out. I think that the Outer Space Living will be more forgiving on a turn than an Instigator with Pure Pop. Another board to throw out at you, K2 Ray Gun as well. That's just another good board to progress with. So just wanted to kind of throw that out towards you, give you some other options there. Let's see what else we got going on. All right. Okay. We're going to take this one from Theo Flo. You've been recommending the Stratus as a good match quite a bit. Well, no, I mean, really, like we're on 2 boards for the reviews for this year. I was thinking of getting Katanas because I assumed they were a bit stiffer. But if not, then save me some money, please. They are stiffer than the Strata, and the big difference is you're going to notice it in that base plate. There's more lateral play in the Strata. The Strata is a little bit more surfy. That's the big difference in there. So if you want to be a little more laid back and surfy, then you go with the Strata. If you want a little more precision, then you go to the Katana. I also think that the straps on the Katana are better than the straps on the Strata, so you can really push into them there. So that's it. But yeah, what I've been trying to do is with all the reviews, you'll notice like if you see a specific brand, I try to recommend one of their bindings with that board. So Capita Union, obviously, with Jones, it's like either a Now or a Jones binding, depending which board it is. I try to do that. And then I try to do like 2 others. So like Rome would have a Rome binding, so that you can just like have one of those matching setups because they do work that way. And then I try to throw 2 other options in there. All right. So we're half hour in. we're going to definitely try to find someone. God, there are so many. Jesus. Got to get all this. Look at this. There's just tons of people in this. So anyways, yeah, for the last 9 months, people have been getting entered into the boot. So we're going to see what we can pull. I should just get a bucket at this point. But yeah, we're going to see what we got here. Digging deep here. There's so many people in this. God, there's got to be like 300-400 entrants in here. But yeah, so we're going to pull a winner right now. Got one. Let's see who we got here. All right. The Shred Foundation has won a snowboard. So I will be sending that 150 Solomon Assassin to the Shred Foundation. Like, because some people just wanted to have the Shred Foundation put in there. So yeah, that's one board down, but there's still a board on the wheel. So we'll give away that 55 Jigsaw that's still in the wrapper as well. So yeah, which is cool. That's awesome. Shred Foundation, if you guys don't know, is one of my favorite charities. I always try to plug them on here. They're based out of Newburgh, New York, and their whole idea is they don't just take kids from the inner city back up to the mountain and be like, hey, let's go take a photo op. Oh, it's all warm and fuzzy, and then shove them back in the inner city and they die. What they do is they bring them up, they put them into a program. And so some of the kids actually go and work in the tune shop, the rental shop. They learn skills. Some of them become instructors. Some of them are doing filming. They're working with local reps. They're trying to build the next generation of kids that are going to come in and work in the snowboard industry. And they've hit a point where the kids that were some of the first ones to come through have come back to mentor the other kids. And so what they're really doing is they're creating more snowboarders, not just people that have gone snowboarding or people that snowboard. So it's one of my favorite charities. It's shredfoundation.org. You should check it out. Another good one is Hoods to Woods as well. Give them a shout. Check them out. Follow them on social media, stuff like that. So I'm stoked that they won a snowboard. I think early on we did, like if you donated to them, I'd put your name in there for the raffle. And a lot of people were like, hey, just put it for the Shred Foundation. So that's why they won that snowboard. So that 150 is going to go to a kid that is going to ride it. I love seeing photos of the group of the kids in the spring, because I can be like, oh, we donated that jacket and we donated that board and that binding and stuff. Like you actually see them using the actual gear. So it's super awesome to see. It's just a great way to give back to snowboarding as a whole. So really stoked that they're going to get that board. I actually have a bunch of other stuff that I wanted to send them. So yeah, but we still have a board. It's still up on the wheel. It's right there, right in the middle. So someone could win that board this week. And if you don't win today, tune in later. I'm trying to give away like a snowboard or bindings or stuff almost every month. I'm trying to give something away. I mean, I've got like 6 pairs of goggles over there. Got some outerwear. So yeah, we got stuff. So don't think you're just like getting neglected here, people. We got that. Okay. So we got another super chat from Fruit Poop Loops. Deafen all the sound clowns. Remember to smash that like button, people. Smash that like button. Okay, we got a question here from Archie Forrest. Hey, Avran, thoughts on the Dynamo versus the Mega Merc? Is there a board you know that bridges the gap between the two? Thanks. I mean, realistically, all you're talking about bridge the gap is something that just overlaps them, because you're looking at two boards that are literally like you could have, if you had one of them as your only board, you're going to be solid. Baroness, you be quiet. And my dog's barking, trying to protect me from the raccoons. But you know, there's between those two boards, if you have one, they're the true do everything Swiss Army knife of snowboards. Trying to find something that bridges the gap between them. All you're doing then is splitting hairs on the flex, the pop, and how it grips. That's about it. What are you crying for? Who wants to see the dog? I'm going to show my dog. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. I know, you just woke up. Life's scary. Life's scary. Come here. Come here. Come here. Say hi to everyone. Say hi. Yeah. She had a rough morning. She's feeling kind of sick, so kind of worried about her. Okay, out you go, babe. Out you go. Go be a good girl. Go lay down. But yeah, so between those, it's like you don't really need something to bridge the gap between the two of them. You just need them. You just need one board and realize it might be a little deficient in other things. What are you crying for? Come here. Come here. You're okay. You just want to sit by dad? Okay. she's really not feeling good today. She's had a really rough morning, and she's going through a growth spurt and got wisdom teeth coming in or something, or molars. And yeah, it's okay, baby. It's okay. She just wants to be next to dad. So, all right. Let's see what we got here. Story 3333. Recommendation on the hardest boots for my guilt sim. I think you should get some steel toes, fill them with concrete, then throw them at your head. All right, let's give a spin of the wheel here. And we're going to plug that personal shopper one more time. Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder Store and hire me to answer all your gear questions. Multiple options for you. Let's see, where were we? Okay, let's try to find a few more questions here. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, Ford Phillips. Anybody know if the screws and binding mounting hardware is the same length across brands? I'm wondering if I can get longer than 14 millimeter because my bindings keep coming loose. They're not, they're relatively the close. Like certain ones you'll notice are maybe a millimeter long. If your bindings are really coming loose, go get some clear nail polish. Slather it down the side, one side of those screws. Tighten it as normal and let it dry in there. It's not Loctite level of being locked in, but it is going to keep you in there. What's the matter, babe? Poor dog. Puppy's sick. Puppy's sick. I got a migraine. This is awesome. Today's been a killer day for me. But yeah, just clear nail polish on the threads, tighten it down. You should be good to go. Okay, Spencer Tittle, what do you think of this shred training app I keep getting ads for whenever I go to watch your videos? Unless it's snowboard addiction and it's Neve, it's probably shit. I don't know. There's so many people trying to be like, we're going to teach you how to master snowboarding, but without any hands-on. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? So many people are like, I learned how to do a backflip from watching a video on the internet, and they can't backflip. Speaking of backflips, Kevin from Snowboard Pro Camp was trying to do a TikTok video someone sent me discussing how to do a flip on a quarter pipe when he couldn't do a flip on a quarter pipe. And I'm like, God damn, how do these fucking poser fucks that don't know how to do anything get into a position where people listen to them and hurt themselves? I'm like, oh my God, we need a fucking culling of the herd. It's really what we need. Hey. So, you know, but yeah, that's kind of it. So anyways, let's give you a spin of the wheel there, sir. Lose a turn. That's a rough one. Okay, let's see. Howdy, it's David. R.I.P. L. Stecker's adventure. Rest in peace. 657 days since his untimely demise. Go buy merch, people. Shave your butt. Smash like James Beastie. That's a lot of a message in there. That's all right. That's your moderator, people. That's your moderator. All right. Well, David, you got yourself a small sticker pack. I'll send that with your butt plug this week. So, you know, okay, let's see. Mr. Forston, what bindings do you like for my new Jones Stratus? Hey, thanks. Okay, so for the Stratus, I'd be looking at like your Rome Katana, Burton Cartel. If you're doing Union, Strata is probably the best one for that. You could do a Force if you hate yourself. Ride C8 would be another one. If you don't like plastic, you want aluminum, go with the A8 instead. The XF from Flux as well. And then if you're looking at like Now Jones, you could do a Meteorite or like a Now Select. Those would be all great options that match up to that. So, okay. Alexi Sumick, as always, thanks for the information. No worries. Give you a spin of that wheel. And remember to eat your muscle cheese. All right. And then we got Lisa, spot on the Raynaud's disease. Thank you. Yeah. So Lisa asked a previous question about her feet always getting cold and like trying to figure stuff out. So there's actually a thing called Raynaud's syndrome, and what it is it affects your appendages, so fingers and toes and stuff like that. It's a circulatory issue that most people that have it go undiagnosed their whole life. And what it is your feet are constantly cold, your hands are cold. I mean, you could be sitting in the sun wearing black gloves in a 100-degree day, and you're like, my hands are cold, my feet are cold. And so most people don't know to get that checked out. There are ways to help mitigate that problem with boot fitting, getting a good insole, good socks. Sometimes you've got to get like the heated socks, the heated liners as well. There's different ways around just trying to mitigate it, but understanding that it is an issue that you'll have the rest of your life makes things a lot easier when you're like, everything I try is cold versus, oh wait, everything I try fits, but it's not really working out because I have the syndrome. So sit, lay down. Good girl. Okay. Well, anyways, let's give Lisa a spin here. Remember to smash that like button, people. Okay. Zayd Rouse, is Adidas still in the game? Are they final gone quit? What's the inside scoop? Supposedly they're done. Like they're just blowing out whatever merchandise they have left. I know one of my shops that was supposed to get some stuff. They just basically were like, yeah, we're not sending it. We just didn't make it, or we didn't have it, or whatever. So that's kind of an issue. Let's see. We got a super chat from Z Mao. What are the best rotational bindings? Whichever ones will blow your knees out so I don't have to see you in the lift line and you can never snowboard again. I'm all about that. That's less people in the lift line. RIP to L. Kevin's Adventures. RIP. Okay, this is a good question from BQB. What happened to smoking snowboards? Have you rode any public snowboards such as maybe the Dispute? Haven't ridden any public boards. Don't really care if I do or I don't. Doesn't really matter to me. Here's what's going on with smoking. If you buy a board from them direct, you're not going to see it. And if you do, it's going to be like 8 months, but you're going to be fighting with your credit card company and smoking to get your money back or whatever. Basically, I think Jay's on a bender doing drugs. I don't know. I can't recommend his boards to anyone. I don't even want to mention them. Like, it's just that bad. He's just not producing stuff like that. And he's like, we moved factories and everything's getting better. And it's like, dude, you moved factories and you still haven't made anyone shit from 2020. Here we are, 2021 season, 2022. And it's like, you didn't make anything for 2019, 2020. It's like, come on, dude. I know a bunch of people that got hosed. Like I was talking with one of my friends and he's like, yeah, I put the money down on the website. I did this. And then I ended up having to pay another $280 to get the board. I love the board, but why should I have to pay $680 or whatever it was? And I was like, fuck, dude. And he's not the only one. Like so many people, and like they just block people when they talk shit on their social media and stuff. So it's like, hate to say it, but I mean, I think the money's just going up Jay's nose. I like Jay, and I know someone will probably send him this, and he'll be like, "Fuck you," and I'll probably get a call at like 3 a.m. from him, fucking yelling at me. But I can't trust. You can't trust him. I mean, that's just where it's at. So. All right, another one from Fruit Poop Loops. Just saying, he wants to hear that squeal of the wheel. R.I.P. to L. Kevin's Adventures. Okay, where were we? Let's see. Okay, Letters wants to donate towards the War Orca existing. Someday, maybe, if you're good, we'll get there. Nixon Super Chat gets a spin of the wheel. So my dog is trying to bite me right now. She's very pissy. I don't know what's going on with her. Okay. We got Snowman 13. Thoughts on Rome DODs or Rome Katanas paired with a stump bait for riding powder and all-around resort riding? With the stump bait, I'd probably put the DODs. I think that's just a better matchup than the Katana on there. Plus, it's a little bit cheaper, and you'll get more lateral drive out of it because it has that full wrap heel cup. So that's super solid as well. Let's give you a spin of the wheel there, bud. Ouch. Lose a turn. Okay. Okay, thoughts on the LibTech ejac knife with C3? Would you say it's an intermediate to expert? I'd say if it's a high-end intermediate, yes. If you're just like getting into being an intermediate rider, no, it's going to be too much board for you at that point. You got to have some skill set for it. It's actually softer flexing than people think it really is, but yeah. So high-end intermediate really is where it starts. So, what are you eating? I don't even know what my dog's eating anymore. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we got Luke Dudgeon. Just got the last 2 weeks of snow back coming out of lockdown in Threadbro, Australia. Yeah, I just saw Australia is coming out of lockdown. The resorts are still open. If you guys can get there when you're down there, go shred. You'll enjoy it. Trust me. You'll have a smile on your face all day. All right, Luke, win yourself a small sticker pack. All you got to do is email me, info@angrysnowboarder.com. I'll get that in the mail to you. So let's see, where were we? This is just a stupid super chat. Can I have your Giltson splitboard? It's not a splitboard. It's a hunk of shit that I cut to be a visual piece. Like, you gotta love that. Like, I had to cut a Giltson, and you can even see right now the core is thinner on this side than it is on this. Like, that just tells you that they don't have the capability to fucking CNC machine their cores or anything like that. It's like just the absolute worst. Those guys are literally the absolute worst. Whew. Won yourself a jumbo sticker pack there, Fruity Loops. With your small and your medium, you're just going all in today. So, is what it is. But, okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. 4x4 therapy. What happened to the cartels 2020 to 2021? Nothing. Literally, they just carried them forward. Like, there's nothing new to them. It's the exact same binding. So that's, if you can find an older pair, save your money, man. That's really where it is. RIP to L. Kevin's Adventures. Let's see. Okay, we got Ryan Baker asking, looking to buy a board, recommendations for an all-mountain board that can keep its own in a park and handle ice. I'm in the Northeast and don't see much powder. Jones Mountain Twin, that'd be a really good one. GNU Headspace is another one. You could do the GNU Riders Choice C3 if you want stiffer, a little bit more aggressive. It's going to be better on bigger jumps, not so good on jibs. You could do the Zero from Ride as well. Let's see what else. Or even a Rosnell jib saw. Those are also super solid boards. So, you know, multiple options for you right there. Let's see. Okay. Turning boards. Best way to make a size 13 boot fit. Size 13 boot fit a size 12 boot. Yeah. So what you want to do is there's this stuff called Bontex boards. I actually have a video for it in the Boot Fitting 101. You can order them on tonar.com. But what they are is they're shims that you put under your footbed, and that's going to raise you up in there. I really don't recommend it because, like, the boot doesn't fit. The boot doesn't fit. But, Baroness, what are you doing? Yeah. So, but yeah, if the boot doesn't fit, doesn't fit. But yeah, those Bontex boards, they'll raise you up in there. If you're really poor, what you can do is actually take cardboard, not corrugated, but you want like that thin, like solid cardstock cardboard, wrap it with saran wrap, and then you basically, cut it to take your footbed out, put it on there, trace it, cut it out, then wrap it with saran wrap. That'll raise you up in there. That's one way to do it. The other thing is you can get 3M foam and put it down the, so you put it down the actual tongue of the liner, and that'll suck up some of the volume in the front of the boot as well. So that can actually make it a little bit more durable for you and get you in there. It's really a ghetto fix. I'm not going to lie. Your heel's still going to slop around, so then you're going to have to add J-bars in there too. Basically, you've got to suck up volume. So that's the whole thing with it. So that's it. Go get your toy. Go get your toy. Go. 1 second. Chill. Yeah, so dog's getting a little out of hand. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, she's sick and she just wants to lean into me at all times. So anyways, let's give you a spin of the wheel. Ooh, you lose. That was so close to winning a snowboard. So close. Okay. We got a question here from Beeswax. Hey, Avran. I really want to try the Nitro Hazard, the crazy short 145 twin. I've had trouble finding one in the Southern Hemisphere, let alone demo. Have you tried it? I haven't. That's like one of those boards where it's like, I've asked for it, I think like 4 or 5 times. It's just never happened. Probably not going to happen. I just don't think they really produce that much. I think it's more of a novelty at this point. So, yeah. Okay, we got Steve. Okay, spin for shots. Get your shots. The snow carnies are everywhere. Gotta watch out for the snow carnies. They carry herpes. All right. Reverse spin again. Oof. Lose a turn. Lose a turn. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Where were we? Okay. Okay. We got Ivan Drago. Is Coffee Espresso jealous of attention you give the dog? I don't know. Probably. Everyone is. Everyone's jealous of my dog. She's cute. She really is. Someone tried to steal her this week, too. This woman, I had her out and she was off leash. I was working with her. And this woman kept calling her over. And I was like, hey, could you stop calling my dog? Could you stop calling my dog? Could you stop calling my dog? Told her like 5, 6 times. And she just kept walking around her car and she wouldn't stop. And finally, like, you know, Baroness is just sitting there looking at her. And I look over and the woman's got a dog leash in one hand, the back door of her car open, and she's calling her. And I was like, yo, I'm working with my dog, so can you fuck off? I don't need you bothering her. Get the fuck out of here. And she just left. But straight up, the woman was trying to steal my dog. Like, I'm convinced. I mean, she's cute. So, not really surprised. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Looking for questions. Okay, here's a good one from Michael Solomon. Will replacing the liner in boots make the boots fit tighter than normal, especially if the insole is more dampening? It's not that it's going to make it fit more tighter. It's just that it's new and it hasn't broken down. So what you're doing is you're putting new foam inside with the liner inside of a broken-in shell. It's going to break into those same flex points over time. It's going to pack out as it goes on as well. And then having a new footbed in there, obviously it hasn't compressed any. And you don't want to use the stock insole. Like, pull that out. Get an aftermarket one, whether it's Remind, Shred Soles, Superfeet. There's just a magnitude of good ones out there. And you put that in there, that's going to suck up that volume. It will make it more snug, but as it breaks in, it's going to get looser. I mean, you got to realize that no snowboard boot will ever be as snug as the day you tried it on. It's always going to perpetually keep breaking down and getting looser and looser. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. Where were we? I feel like we're missing some questions here. Okay, we got Jay Davenport. Next board between the Rome National and the Rome Select. Best do it all, trees, butters, jumps, etc., or maybe something else for East Coast. If you're looking for more like a true, like a twinish feel, that's where the National comes in. If you're cool with being a little more directional, that's where that Ravine Select comes in. Personally, with the fact that you're saying like trees, that's where the Select is going to be better. That Ravine Select will be a little bit better just with the shaping on that. But for overall balance, because you're doing butters, you're doing jumps, everything, get a National. I think that's going to be your best bet, especially because you don't really get like gnarly pow days all the time out there. And when you do, you can just set your stance back on that National and you'll be good to go. Okay, let's see. Cameron Gilchrist, top all mountain freestyle boards to progress on for someone that has 5 days on the mountain, linking turns, comfortable on blues, looking to work on switch riding and butters. Thanks, Angry. You need a beginner board. At 5 days, you linking turns, you're still skidding everything. Like realistically, you're talking like your Rome Mechanic, your K2 ray gun, Rosinal saw blade, stuff like that. You know, something that's like in that $440 range, nothing too crazy. Like a Jones Frontier would probably be too much for you at that point when you're on that level. Basically, you don't really need to concern yourself too much on what you're buying. You need to concern yourself with getting the fundamentals down so that you can actually progress. Like, I love all these people that are like, I'm so good. I'm comfortable going down to blue on the East Coast and I'm super strong rider and I need to go buy, I need like a good solid high-end board. And I'm like, no, you need to go fucking ride more. Literally ride more. If you've already bought a board, ride that fucker into the ground until you realize you've got all the fundamentals. Like, so many people are skipping the fundamentals. It's like they just like want to just come out and be like, well, learned how to skid a turn. I'm carving now. And it's like, no, you're not fucking carving. You have no fucking edge control. Like, realistically, you just need a $400 to $450 board in just about any price point that maybe has 3/4 of an inch of setback, a mellow camber profile or cam rocker profile or a flat to rocker, and you'll be good to go. That's I can't stress that enough. Like, that's kind of how it is. Okay. Tyler Hansen, are the Union Felkers too much binding for the crew of Dart? No, they'll actually match up. The Dart's stiffer than people think it is. The Felkors would work very well on that board, so don't sleep on that one. Okay, let's see. Trongvo, what do you think of the updated Capita Indoor Survival? I liked it. It made sense. It wasn't as stiff as the one from 2 years ago, and it wasn't as soft as last season. It's that nice blend where it helps differentiate itself from a DOA and an Outsiders. It fits right in there. It's approachable, in my opinion. It's really reactive when you load that camber up. It's got good snap. It feels good on edge. It reminds me of riding a board that you've ridden for 100 days that's well broken in, but still retains its pop. It still has good drive when you need it. It's just very well balanced for a twin park board. There's actually a review of it coming out. I think I scheduled it in October. If I haven't, I will be. But yeah, so it's super solid. Okay. Let's see. Max Grows, hey, I'm wondering if the Mega Merc will hold its own in the park. Oh, yeah, dude. It's essentially a Super DOA, a Black Snowboard, a Death, and a Mercury rolled into one. It can hold its own in the park if you know how to ride park. If you don't, you're probably fucked. But if you know how to ride, you know how to push into a board, how to get it to leverage flex points and really lock into a press, you're going to be good to go. You're not going to have to worry about it. So, yeah. Let's see. We got one from Philly Fish. My buddy has size 15s. Should he just cut his toes off if he wants to keep boarding? No. What he needs to do is actually get properly sized for a boot and make sure that he truthfully is a 15. I've got a friend that's a size 14.5. I think we put him into an 11.5 or a 12 boot. And then we just put him on a wide board and he was good to go. And there's so many great wide boards. On top of the fact, so many companies have made their boards already wider and they're just like not being like advertising it. It's crazy. Like, there's just so many good options out there. And I love the people that there's no good wide options. I was like, wow, is your head up your ass and the shit covering your eyes? Why don't you just reach up there, give yourself a cranial anal extraction, pull it out, take these things called hands and wipe the shit from your eyes and look around. You'll be good to go. Hey, don't eat that wire. Doug's trying to eat some wires. But yeah, there's so many good options out there. Elias Hanano, hey Avran, does the death grip and directional side cut on the Mega Merc change the way the board ride switch? Do you know how to ride switch? There you go. Don't know how to ride switch? Well, you're probably fucked. That's literally it. I ride a Cool Bean switch. There's no literal tail on that thing, and I can ride a switch. Like, if you know how to do it, you know how to do it. If you don't, you don't. I mean, that's just kind of how it is. So, all right. Okay. Letters. Win a snowboard. Yeah, let's see if you win a snowboard. Remember to subscribe. We got Drew Gallagher looking for a spin to win. Let's see what we got for Drew here. Ooh, reverse spin again. Ooh, you win nothing. Okay, let's see. Where were we? Tyler Kim, looking at the LibTech Dynamo, what size should I get? 190 pounds, size 11 boots, 6 foot 1 inches tall, riding the East Coast. At 190 on the East Coast with a size 11, you're going to want the wide, which I think it comes in a 59 or 58, somewhere around there. That would be the size that I would look for on there. Now, if you're like more like I'm going to haul ass on groomers, then bump it up in, I think it's the 62 wide that comes in there. Might be a 61, but I think it's a 62 wide. You can bump up to that, and that should give you that edge hold you're looking for. But you definitely, with that size 11, you want to go with the wide in there. Let's see. Where were we? Okay. What are you barking at? Hey, you want to say hi to everyone? Is that it? Come here. She just wants to say hi. Yeah, you're a good girl. Are those raccoons back? Are those evil raccoons back? We kicked their ass. I hit the one in the head with a shovel for you. Yeah. Don't fuck with me, raccoons. I'll hit you with a shovel. Let's see. Hey, no attitude, Missy. Let's see what we got here. Okay, that's too broad a question. Brian Moore, my daughter is progressing fast on my old Capita outer space living. She's 5'10", 160 pounds, size 10. What should I put her on? Bump her up to a Mercury. Just a regular Mercury. I'd bump her up to that. Maybe a Mountain Twin. Get her something with a little more camber underfoot in there. With that size 10, like, good thing is realistically snowboards are unisex. They don't know what's dangling between your legs or whether you got indoor or outdoor plumbing in there. But yeah, so I'd probably looking at a Jones Mountain Twin, maybe like a Ride Algorithm. You could even put her on at 160 pounds. You could probably put her on a 48 Super Pig and she'd be happy, or even a Psycho Candy from Ride. Yeah. Okay. Colin Wynn stumbled onto a new 2020 Rome Warden for a shade over 250. Good choice for a low-level intermediate red. Hell yeah, I love the Warden. I own one. One of my favorite boards I had. I could just ride over anything with that thing and not give a shit if it broke. For $250, snag it. Okay. Fruit Poop Loop, spin one for DeSlim. Oh, God. Slimothy Whitman. You're taking all the stickers, dude. All of them. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay. We got Liam asking, 6'2", 200 pounds with his 13 boot. I keep booting out while carving. What are the best boards for giants with big feet? My toes and heels overhang the board. Well, you're probably on just too narrow of a board. But, okay, so if you're really looking for something, so Stump Ape, Skunk Ape from LibTech, Sasquatch from Marhar. You could even do a Lumberjack or Lumberjack X from Marhar with K2, Party Platter. You could probably even get away with like the Manifest Wide or the Broadcast. It really kind of comes down to what you're really looking for with that. Since you said carving, you should also check out some of the Karua boards. They are wider as well. Let's see what else. Oh, Nitro's got some really good wide stuff as well. Definitely check that out. Like a suit. Well, no, the Super Team doesn't come in a wide, but like the Team wide, stuff like that. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. What were we? Thor, planning to review the Golden Orca this season. Please satiate my confirmation bias. I should be able to get one hopefully by November to ride. It's tentative. Next week I'm emailing, so I got to email Mervin, Niche, Ride. I feel like I'm forgetting someone else in there to try to get stuff. Plus, I still got to figure out the whole getting Burton and Never Summer stuff, and then we're going to go. Sean Grom, are you going to travel to any resorts this season? Well, I got to travel to the resort every day. I have to drive 14 miles to Copper. I have no intention to leave the state of Colorado. I'm going to just keep it local this year because I want to just keep myself fucking happy. And the pup is still super young, so I don't really want to be taking her all over the place and dealing with like getting her out of, because she doesn't know the winter routine yet. Like the summer routine, she's kind of figured it out, but the winter routine, I got to get her dialed in. So we're going to do that. But one thing I am going to be doing is meet and greets around Summit County. So we'll do like A Basin, Copper. I'm probably going to try to do something in Steamboat as well and kind of just keep it there and just be like, hey, this day's for you guys. Come on out. We'll go make some laps for a couple hours, and then I'm just going to go home. Stuff like that. And I also think I'm going to be working with Underground Snowboards and Breck. They're going to have a Karua demo center, plus they have Jones and Burton and a few other things, and then reps drop stuff off. So we're going to try to coincide when they have stuff coming in on a Saturday that I'll be there first thing in the morning when they open at 10, and I'll be able to set people up so you guys can come in, talk to me. I'll set you up. We'll get you out of there. And then in the afternoon, I might do like a happy hour thing at one of the bars. I kind of haven't dialed that in yet. But trying to do something to help build the community, get you guys all there. So, yeah, that's what we got going on there. All right, Sean, win yourself a jumbo sticker pack. All I got to do is email me info@angrysnowboarder.com and give me your address, and I'll get that in the mail to you. Okay. All right, Joseph Bernard, got a good deal, $200 on some new katana bindings last season. It's my only binding for a sashimi and camel toe. Should I look at a more surfy specific binding, or are they just fine? They're fine because you have that surf strap on the ankle, so you can like play around with the settings on that, and like you can tweak that around. So if you're really looking for more lateral flex on that, you can actually change like the height of where the strap sits. So if you set it a little bit lower and a little more out, you're going to end up getting a little bit more play on that. So like look at your settings. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So what I'm talking about is right here on the side here. So you got like this little pin here. You can actually set that higher or lower on both sides. So play around with that and see if you find something that works for you, and that'll get you a little more dialed in. Let's see, we got RSK 98087. Any update on Dinosaurs Will Die's 2021-2022 lineup? I talked to Gino 2 months ago, Sean Genovese, the owner of it. Supposedly they'll have something for me in the fall to ride. He was supposed to send me a catalog, but I know he's a busy dude, so I haven't heard anything from him. So, yeah. Haughty Bagman, if I have a specific board I definitely want, is it worth pre-ordering or waiting and seeing if I can get a discount? Buy it now. Shit's limited. Yeah, so. Jesse S. I was looking at reviews of the LibTech Dynamo, and I think it fits what I'm looking for, and you recommended it. But I see negative reviews about the extruded base. Is that something that is a problem only with stupid people? Here's what you're going to do. So LibTech boards, Mervin, their shit has no structure in it. If you buy the board, take it to a tune shop. Like if you see ski racers and spandex carrying their skis in, that's where you want to go because they know what they're doing. Go in and just get a good medium structure on that base so that it's got that groove in the base. So when you run your finger side to side, it makes like a zipper sound in there. That is going to change everything. This whole centered, extruded bullshit, like, I don't even wax my snowboards and I don't fucking get stuck. I don't know what these people are doing over there, like thumb jacking their queef holds or whatever. Like, put structure in your base. It changes everything. And then if you're really worried about it, base bevel on the edge, 1 to 1.5 degree. Leave the side edge the same. that's going to pull the edge off the base or pull the edge off the snow when you're flat basing. That's going to reduce that friction and drag. You're actually going to glide better. Overall, I don't worry about it. Go out, ride it. You'll have a good time. So, yeah. All right. So, we got super chat from 4x4 Therapy. Storing boards for summer. What's the go? Take your bindings off. Take a towel. Dry out all your insert holes. Dry off the bottom of your bindings. Finger tight. Screw them back in. Fold the high backs. Put the straps down and lock them in so that they're all in like a normal fixed position so they're not flopping all over. Take your boots, tie them up, make sure the internal lace is tied up, everything like that. Make sure everything's wiped down. Put them in a dry spot that's out of direct sunlight. It's out of anywhere that moisture or rodents or anything can get there, and don't worry about it. You'll be good to go after that. But just make sure you dry it off. That's kind of a big thing. Remember to subscribe, people. Remember to subscribe. Ooh, somebody's fan belt squealing outside. Okay, Vanessa Vargas. Avran, close to pulling the trigger on the Capita Birds of a Feather at 5'6", 135 pounds and size 9 boot. Do you think I'm good with the 48 centimeter waist width is 24.4? With that size 9, yeah, you should be, because that'll probably be closer to a 25 underfoot. Even it might be like a 25.2 to 4 under there. You should be good to go. I really wouldn't worry about it unless you got some like crazy chunky ass boot, like a 32 or something. Then you might have some issues with that. But yeah. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Where were we? Hunter 1138T. Hey, Angry, what are your thoughts on wrist guards? Sprained my wrist pretty good at the end of last season, and that bothered me for a couple months. Just thinking of prevention. Here's the problem with wrist guards and most people that get them. So it's like the way you hit, it moves the break further up. You end up breaking your wrist, or your arm, your forearm on there. And I take this as someone that can like dislocate my wrist just by sitting here. Like, I don't know if you can hear that popping sound, but yeah, that's my wrist popping in and out. Wrist guards, they do more harm than good in snowboarding. Plus, you never get like a really good fit underneath in there. The bigger thing to really be worried about is you need to teach yourself how to fall without putting your arm out with a flat palm. You want to make a fist and just punch the ground, or when you're falling, take it to a forearm in there. It's just so much better than that. Like this whole like wearing wrist guards thing, like there really aren't any good ones in my opinion that don't have their faults in it. The closest one, I think it was the Decine ones from years ago, or maybe it was Demon. It began with a D. It might have been Demon, but they were realistically like kind of the best ones at the time. But overall, it's just like not a big fan of them. So yeah, let's see. Drew Gallagher, do you think Jones will sell the new straps for the Mercury a la carte? I believe that they will. I really do. They usually do, so shouldn't be an issue. If not, you could probably hit up their warranty department and just be like, hey, I'm looking for these straps, and be like, I understand I got to pay. And they would probably be able to get them for you for a fee. So there's always like a back way to get that. Let's see. Adam Kanowski, you have to pick one or you'll die. A Cafe Racer or a Mega Merc. I own a Cafe Racer, and I've got a Mega Merc sitting in the other bathroom. I would take the Mega Merc any day of the week. Okay, Sean Grom, praying for the board and blowing my rent money. Do not become homeless trying to win a snowboard. That is not cool. Well, Sean, you won yourself a small sticker pack in conclusion with that jumbo sticker pack that you got. So, anyways, we got that. All right. Okay, we got Fruit Poop Loops. Thinking about working at a shop. Any tips, advice? Be fucking humble. Be humble. So, like, you want to work at a shop? I see this all the time. Some kid gets a job. It's like maybe it's their first job. Maybe it's their first time working at a shop. And suddenly they're regurgitating marketing spiel. They got to rep up their ass. It's giving them free product. for doing that. Like, that's cool that a rep wants to give you free product or whatever. I took free product when I worked in a shop, but it didn't mean that I always pushed it. I always gave people 3 options, and you always tried to like work with people. But the big thing is, most people don't understand how to talk to people in a sales position. Like, this is what differentiates me with how I do my reviews and like James Beastie or TJ or any of those other people. It's like a fear of selling to someone. Like, they're afraid that they're going to come back with a negative reaction. You might get that, but what you need to do is you've got to learn how to qualify the person. You know, it's asking questions. Be like, you're selling them boots. It's like, have you broken your foot? Do you have pins, plates, screws in there? It's the little things. Do you have Raynaud's syndrome? You know, what were you in? You've got to learn everything in and out. Like, I get questions all the time where someone will ask me about a board from 10 years ago. 9 times out of 10, I probably sold it or I reviewed it or I did something and I know what I'm doing. But when I don't, I'm like, fuck if I know. And there's nothing wrong with not acknowledging that. Like, working in a shop is really cool, and I loved doing it, and I love being able to go in to my friends' shops and help out when I can. It's fun to go in, do it for a little while. But it can also be like stressful, dragging. It can do things for you. You got to understand the nuances of it. It's not all like high fives and cheap beer in the back. It's like, it's a job. You're going to do it. And one of the things that I always tell people when they want to work in a shop for the first time, don't be above fucking cleaning the toilet. I'm fucking almost 40 years old. I'll still clean the toilet in a shop. Why? Because it keeps you fucking humble. If you'll do the shittiest job, you'll do the best job in there. And it doesn't matter if you've been there for 1 day or 1 million days. You're going to be able to do that. So you want to make sure that you keep that with you, that you understand that and you do that. And it's knowing how to talk to people. It's understanding that, you know, someone's going to come in and ask you questions about stuff you don't sell on the wall. Well, it's good to know what the other stuff is that you don't sell. And it never hurts to be like, hey, we don't carry that. This is the closest thing I have, but this shop that's X number of miles away or it's across the street or wherever does have it. Go check it out. Go do that, you know? Like, and listen to the older guys. They'll teach you stuff that you didn't know, like little tricks, little tips, things like that. It's always good stuff like that to learn from everyone. So anyways, let's give you a spin of the wheel. Jesus Christ, you're winning all the stickers today. Fuck. That's 3 smalls, a jumbo, and a medium you've won. Okay, we got Alpine Ebix. What do you think of the new Peasants parking structure in Breck? The fucking goddamn eyesore of Breckenridge. Oh, they literally ruined one of the coolest views in this town. Like, when you would come down the street and you could see the mountain and everything, and they put a fucking parking garage right there. Oh, that thing is heinously ugly. At least my dog goes by every day and shits on in the construction area, and I don't clean it up, hoping to lower property values. Yeah. All right. We got Kevin looking for a spin. So we're going to give Kevin a spin here. Oof. You win nothing. Let's see. Okay. We got Letters looking for another spin. So we got that. Reverse spin again. Baby. Remember to subscribe, people. Remember to subscribe. Okay, we got 4x4 Therapy asking a travel question. Japan, Big White, traveling from Oz, other options. You know, with COVID protocol, it's kind of see what's going on, where you can get to and whatnot. You know, you coming out of Oz, dude. At this point, anything's going to be awesome for you. Enjoy it. Look into it. Go wherever you want. If you can, but be safe, be smart. You know? Fire cures all. Okay, NL, you sold me on replacing my old Merc with a Mega Merc. What would be a good companion board in the Party Pow world? Okay, so good compliments to that board. These are things I like. The Tellus /, the Battalion Party Wave Plus, not the regular, the Party Wave Plus. You want the different base in that. It's built a little better. It's a little bit stiffer. Rome Stalefish or Service Dog. Let's see. K2 Party Platter. even spring break slush slasher. So there's your options for you. And be sure to eat your muscle cheese. Be sure to eat your muscle cheese. Okay. Kevin, round 2. Check out the personal shopper on angrysnowboarderstore.com. We got one more super chat from Fruit Poop Loops. Favorite board from the Dinosaurs Will Die lineup. I like the Quan. I really do. Good all-arounder. Super, super solid. So, and you got another small. I'm going to call it a day, guys. My dog she's not feeling well. I've got to go take care of her. I'm sorry that she was interrupting all day. It's just like she's still a puppy. She's almost 7 months right now. She just doesn't know any better, but I'm trying to work with her, and she's teething and having a bunch of other issues. She had some dietary issues. So I'm going to get out of here, but be sure to check out angrysnowboarderstore.com. There's new merchandise on there. It ships directly to you. Most stuff should take like 2 to 3 weeks to get there, but some stuff might take a little bit longer. It ships international. The prices do include shipping, so we're all good on that. Let's see what else. More reviews every day until pretty much the end of December, I think, somewhere around there, give or take. New top 5s weekly on Wednesdays. So check it out. If you're on SoundCloud, look for Angry Snowboarder on there. I'll be uploading these as audio formats as well as the reviews, which the reviews audio format drops at 8 a.m. most days, whereas the actual review drops later than that. It's 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, so definitely check that out. Once again, sorry about my dog. She's a baby, and she's not doing well today. It sucks. On top of the fact I got a migraine, so I was trying to do this. Stoked the Shred Foundation won it. Bummed that no one else won that other board, but don't worry, that'll be back next week for you guys for a chance to win that. Plus, we got the Day of Giving coming up. I mean, I've got a PBR Slush Slasher to give away. I've got a limited edition Marhar Lumberjack. There's a War Pig. There's a bunch of boards we're going to be giving away here in the future, plus bindings and other stuff. So we're definitely trying to stoke you guys out. Anyways, guys, if you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out in the future. And if you really like what we're doing over here, swing on over to angrysnowboarder.vip and become a member. Could tell you more here. Got a video over there. As always, I'll see you guys in another video.